Hello guys, welcome to TechPoint. The present world would be significantly different if the process of manufacturing of even smaller mechanical, optical, and electronic products and devices had not occurred. The computer chip, mobile phones, and laptops, to name a few, are all products of this process. Gadgets have gone from literally filling a room to being able to fit in your pocket in just a few decades. In this video, we'll look at 15 interesting examples of the tiniest futuristic tech which range from novelty items to future advances. Before we continue, kindly hit the notification button to be notified when I next post new videos. So without further ado, let's dive in. Number 15. RFID Chips. In 2015, it was reported that a Swedish firm has begun implanting chips under the skin of its employees to improve security. These chips were supposed to take the role of more traditional ID cards, which might easily be misplaced or stolen. Each RFID, radio frequency identification chip, is roughly the size of a grain of rice and can be used for a variety of purposes, including gaining entrance to a building, utilizing photocopiers, and even paying for future purchases. The chips were given to each of the 400 employees at Sweden's Epicenter high-tech office building to a mixed response. The Epicenter enlisted the help of a Swedish biohacking collective that predicted that this type of technology would take off globally. Number 14. IBM Computer. IBM recently presented a new computing development, a 1 by 1 millimeter computer. That's impressive enough, but it only has the computational power of a PC from the 1990s. According to IBM, it's more powerful than x86 chips from 1990. And it also is inexpensive to produce, costing only approximately 10 cents each. Because of their size and power, they should be able to fit in a variety of other devices in the future. Within the next 5 years, cryptographic anchors such as ink dots or tiny processors smaller than a grain of salt will be installed in ordinary items and technologies, in which the advanced chips like this might be used in blockchains. They will be used in conjunction with blockchain's distributed ledger technology to confirm the validity of a product from its place of origin to when it reaches the customer's hands. Number 13. Ecobee. Citizen, a Japanese timepiece manufacturer, has created a teeny tiny robot that fits comfortably in the palm of your hand. The Ecobee is barely 1.8 centimeters broad and 2.5 centimeters tall, and it's controlled by infrared as well. Ecobee featured all of the mobility you'd expect from a watch, and it was powered by watch batteries and built with Citizen watch technology. The Ecobee was first shown in Japan and then at RoboCup in Germany the following year. Citizen created the robot in the hopes of learning more about how to miniaturize robots to make them smaller and lighter. Number 12. Lifecard. The Lifecard is a little folding gun, the size of a credit card, that fits neatly into your pocket. It was touted as the last gun you'll ever leave behind when it was first produced. Trailblazer, a North Carolina-based gun firm launched in 2014, invented and manufactured the Lifecard. Their main product took over 7 years to develop and was particularly designed to be as tiny and lightweight as possible. Every Lifecard comes with a steel barrel bolt and trigger, and when folded down it fits into a leather storage case. The Lifecard is constructed of steel and aluminum and has fail-safes to avoid accidental shooting when closed. Number 11. Finger Chip. This smart finger digital measuring instrument is an intriguing invention that could fit on a computer chip. You certainly found yourself guessing short distances with your fingertips at some point, but this small instrument will provide a precise measurement. A digital distance measurement appears on one of your fingers when you move your thumb and index finger apart from closer together. Measurements can also be saved and retrieved at a later time. Each finger is constructed of silicone, and it's as fitting to any finger size. They're great for measuring lengths, widths, and even volumes once you put them on. Number 10. Itsy Bitsy Digital Camera. The first is a compact camcorder, a DVR, a webcam, and a camera. It's so little that you can hold it in one hand and use it to take 2 megapixel photos. It has a tiny 200 mAh battery that lasts about 90 minutes and recharges in about 3 hours. The full kit is only 10 grams in weight and includes a micro SD card. You won't be able to examine photographs on the camera itself due to its size. After all, there isn't a little screen. Users must remove the SD card from the camera and view the images, videos on a computer or other card reader. Number 9. Intel's credit card sized computer. With their Intel Compute Card, Intel took their answer to produce technologies that can fit on a computer chip a step further. This invention packs the computer into a space the size of a credit card. It was first shown off during CES last year and includes the following features: 4 GB of RAM, 128 GB of flash memory, 802.11 Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth 4.2 connections are built in. All of these features are packed into a device that measures 95 mm long, 55 mm wide, and 5 mm thick. That's about the same size as a credit card. Number 8. Tiny Walkietalkie. Walkie-talkies have been a popular toy for kids of all ages, but this one outperforms them all by fitting on a computer chip. Its makers claim it's the world's smallest walkie-talkie, and they are correct. These walkie-talkies are fully functional two-way radios with a range of roughly 30 meters despite their diminutive size. The signal, according to sales data, can penetrate walls, floors, steel, and even concrete. Within reason, of course. If you think you've seen it all, wait till number 1 to have your mind blown. Number 7. The Game Boy Micro. Nintendo's response to the demand for tiny computer chip-sized technology was the Game Boy Micro. It measures 5 centimeters in diameter and weighs only 85 grams. The Micro was the first Game Boy in the series, and it was a small remake of Nintendo's famous Game Boy Advance. The Micro, unlike all of its prior Game Boys, lacked the backward compatibility of games that had become a hallmark of the Game Boy series. Its functionality was nominally comparable to that of the Game Boy Advance SP, but it was much smaller and had a sleeker look. It sold over 170,000 copies in Japan when it was first released. Number 6. The Tiny Fingertip Speaker. For many years, external speakers have been popular, but few are as small and compact as the Micro speaker. It fits on the end of your finger and weighs only 482 grams. This speaker, which was released in 2007, has a foldable audio jack that could be put straight into your device's audio port or hidden within the cube itself. The Tiny Cube speaker is compatible with most iPhones, iPods, and Nanos, and measures 26 by 26 by 26 mm. This little speaker was charged using a USB connection and lasted for about 4 hours. Number 5. The Ravage USB. Those in need of a USB stick and fans of the original Transformers series from the 1980s will adore this small device. It's a USB flash drive that can turn into a Decepticon Ravage. Even though the original persona was changed into the cassette tape, this current take on the character is a breath of fresh air. The gadget can quickly switch between Ravage and USB mode and is available in 3 storage capacities, 4, 8, and 16 GB. It supports USB 2.0 and is backward compatible with USB 1.1, as do the most recent USB sticks. Number 4. Nipper. Nipper is a dice-sized emergency phone charger that claims to be the smallest in the world. Because of its tiny size, it is extremely portable and may even be clipped to your keys. The device allows you to use AA batteries to provide a constant source of emergency power for all your portable devices, as long as you have AA batteries on hand. To use it, remove Nipper from its keychain, divide its 2 halves, and snap them onto the battery ends. Then simply connect it to your phone for instant emergency power. Number 3. Smart Sutures. Future stitches or sutures could have an array of sensors to track a wound's healing progress. Researchers who successfully produced a covering for normal threads to allow them to transmit electricity developed these smart sutures, and this opens up to the prospect of embedding microscopic sensors directly into the wound that is healing. It can be used to collect data on things like the stretching of the site, which indicates swelling, changes in pH, which could indicate infection, and temperature. This gadget can then be used to wirelessly transfer data to a nearby smart device or computer, allowing for real-time wound and healing monitoring. Using the wick effect of the threads, such sutures could also be employed for the uniform and direct administration of medications. Number 2. Integrated Glass Silicon. Scientists at the Center of Excellence for Ultra-High Bandwidth Devices for Optical Systems, KUDOS, are working on a novel hybrid chip that will be more advanced and faster than traditional integrated circuits. Chips, as we know them, are essentially a collection of electronic circuits mounted on a flat piece of semiconductor material, usually silicon. This has worked effectively for decades. However, there are significant data processing restrictions. With optical circuits composed of chalcogenide glass, the KUDOS physicists have found a solution to these restrictions. Today, ultra-fast telecom networks that carry data at the speed of light use this unique glass. The team has succeeded to connect optical circuits with more traditional silicon-based chips in partnership with physicists from the University of Sydney's Australian Institute for Nanoscale Science and Technology, AINST, the Australian National University, ANU, and RMIT University. Number 1. Tiny Thermal Microscope. The tiny thermometer developed by this Tokyo Institute of Technology scientist is sensitive to heat generated by optical and electron beams. As a result, it might be easily integrated into optical microscopes and synchrotron radiation experiments in the not-too-distant future. The invention has piqued the interest of experts in the field who believe that devices like this are urgently needed to detect thermal properties on the nanoscale and in real time. It could be useful in a variety of applications, including photothermal cancer treatment, advanced crystal research, and optical light harvesting, to mention a few. The team was able to construct a heat source with a diameter of less than 1 micron using a nano-thin membrane and a focused beam of light or electrons. A miniature thermal microscopic system was successfully created when paired with a microthermocouple detector. That's all for today, folks. Thank you for watching this video and spending time with us. And if you found this video interesting, please make sure to hit the like button and the notification bell and subscribe to our channel to get access to more interesting videos from us. Until next time.